Hey, what's up guys? Welcome to the third edition in our series. Today we're going to talk about the Recon. This is Raz Attack 1337, and I'm joined once again by Crouch Capo. You want to say hello?
Hello guys, how's it going?
Hi, and today we're going to talk about the Recon, either the most loved or the most hated class in Bad
It's
Company 2.
definitely one of those Marmite classes, is what the Recon is. And for those of you who are not quite sure what Marmite is, it's one of these big things in Britain that it's a yeast extract product, and the whole slogan, the whole advertising behind it is you either love it or hate it. So
Right, and I'm sure a lot of you that have played this game know why you hate it. When you have a squad on Rush or a team on Rush and half of those people are playing Recon, you know even though the teams are even, you're not going to do much, you're not going to win. I guess it's just something in FPS games. Everyone loves to be in a safe spot, be like the stealth class and, you know, kill people from long range.
No one likes to get shot, I think. No, sorry, very few people like to get shot when it comes to playing first-person shooters.
Right.
I think that is one of the major problems with the community.
You can't really blame them. I mean, in a game like this, where you know you're as fragile as a feather, like
that was a nice shot, mate. That was. Sorry.
That's cool. That's cool. Right. So hopefully we'll try and give you some tips so you can play Recon effectively, but we still want to tell you that, you know, there's different ways to play Recon. There's probably the short range Recon and the long range Recon, and the long range Recon is the one that generates the most rage, as you can say, because, you know, anyone remembers the beta, you had that little hill on this map, and, you know, you'd have half your team just up on the hill sniping people, and, you know, you get like 2 people trying to rush and arm the MCOMs, and the rest of you just picking off people that are staying still, even because half the people aren't that great. So how about we talk about the only thing the Recon gets that the other classes don't, which is the Recon ball. What's your take on that?
It's a brilliant bit of kit, to be honest. It's a shame that you can only drop one at a time, and that they do run out after, I think, is it 30 seconds or something, the time limit on them. Because only being able to drop one, I know people probably say, oh yeah, it's overpowered and then it would need to be nerfed, but it just would make it so much easier to keep an eye on things. Either they extended the time or they allowed you to drop the 2 down at any one time. But, you know, it is a nice bit of kit. You know, it's good to see that the Recon have got that. Because to be honest, if you get caught up close and personal with someone, I know the 1911 is a really good pistol, but that is going to get nerfed at some point in the near future. So it will make it less effective, and you know, you are kind of stuck if someone runs into you and all you've got is a sniper rifle, you're going to lose, especially if it's an engineer or especially if it's a medic, because their weapons will absolutely destroy you close range. So yeah, the balls are good. You know, they do help out.
Yeah, I just wish they like when you go to an ammo pack, everything recharges for other classes. You know, rockets recharge, everything recharges except this Recon ball. You get 2 at the start and that's it. You throw one out.
Do they patch that?
No.
Because I remember when I first played the game, I used to be able to reload the Recon balls through the ammo packs.
It's still not patched if that's the case, because you still can't do it. You only get 2. I'm pretty sure about that. But one thing is that with the Recon ball, it makes you feasible as a short-range Recon. Now, this is the only class that levels with snipers, so you kind of can call it a sniper class, but that wouldn't be very fair, because using a shotgun, you're very deadly too. And a lot of the shotguns, you get the slug upgrade, and you can almost snipe people with that thing.
Yeah. However, there is a lot of talk at the moment of shotgun snipers, especially with the slug on there.
But I know, it's like, why use a sniper when you can just be a shotgun sniper and be, you know, useful close and far. Right.
But one thing when you are playing close range sniper, the VSS, it is another gun which you either love or hate. And it's a shame really, because, you know, with the 4x scope on it, or the red dot scope, it's an absolutely brilliant little gun. Up close and personal, it's a fully automatic silent sniper rifle. But then you can also take advantage of the more general weapons like the M14 and the G3, which are also exceptionally good when playing as a close sniper. But should we have a quick chat about the long range rifles?
Yeah, I was just going to say, the long range ones, they each handle differently. As a Recon, especially as a long range sniper Recon, you're going to notice that the different weapon stats have a significant effect. The M24, the starting rifle, is very good. It has decent amount of damage. It's reload time after a shot. isn't that bad.
Pretty good accuracy as well, actually.
It's a bolt action, so you're gonna have to reload after every shot. It's quite accurate, but you'll notice there is a bullet drop. So you're gonna have to lead a target a little bit, or you're gonna have to shoot above them a little bit for a headshot. At long range, it takes a headshot to kill. But you know what? I see a lot of really great recon footages on there on YouTube. A lot of these people have just been running with like a 4x scope or even no scope and using the M24 or other long-range snipers as a close-range option. And at that range, the drop-off distance for damage is enough.
Pretty much non-existent, isn't it?
Yeah, it's non-existent. You can one-shot people with a body shot at close range. It makes for some pretty interesting recon gameplay, using that recon ball and kind of like covering your other side.
Talking about the other weapons, you got the GAL, which is a similar, well, exactly the same pretty much as the M24. It's a bolt action single shot sniper rifle, but it has the highest accuracy in the game when it comes to the sniper rifles out there. The damage is slightly less than the M24, but to be honest, when you're running with the 12x scope and you're scoping at a huge difference, the damage isn't so much of a thing, because if you headshot someone, you are going to one-shot kill them, and that's where the goal really comes into its own.
Right.
Sorry.
That's cool. I just wanted to mention one thing while we're still on the topic about accuracy. If you use magnum ammo with your sniper rifle, it actually reduces the drop even further. So the reason to use magnum ammo as a sniper is not so much for the damage, because the headshot kills anyways, but because it reduces the drop. So my favorite setup for really long-range sniping is the 12x scope, magnum ammo, and a goal. Alright, carry on.
Nice. Yeah, no, so I'm just pretty much going to move on to the M95. It's a bit of a hit and miss gun, to be honest. The accuracy is a lot less than like the M24 and the GAL, but then it does have the highest damage, and it also allows you to shoot vehicles. But truth be told, you need about 12 bullets to take down a helicopter off an M95, so it's not actually worth the sacrifice of the accuracy. You better stick it up. Well, actually, at the end of the day, it is only our opinion that we're kicking out here. If you like the M95, use it.
It really
is a good gun.
Because a lot of maps, you have some excellent pilots out there. I mean, most maps you can have an engineer with the Carl Gustav taking down a chopper, and yeah, it is kind of tough, but most people can do it with a little bit of practice. But a really good pilot, it's just impossible to shoot that person down, let alone his chopper. So that's when you want to take out the M95, get a bunch of recons out there and do it. So
yeah, it does work on those lines. I mean, here you can sort of see that, throwing the motion balls around. This is one of the semi-auto. Oh, it's the T88, sorry.
Yeah.
Which is one of your sort of starting off sniper rifles. Now, I've never actually used this one, but it does look like, a nice CQB gun. What do you reckon?
Yeah, it's a great gun. One thing we forgot to mention though is C4 and mortar strike. Now, what I like to do with C4 is when I go plant somewhere, like on an MCOM station, before I arm it, I like to put C4 around it. And as people come in, after I've armed it, I blow the C4 up, hopefully killing the people as well as doing some damage to the MCOM. It takes 12 C4s to destroy an MCOM, so yeah. 2 recons or 2 runs with the same one.
Should be able to do it then. But this is where the mortar strike comes into its own, really, is that you can call in the mortar strikes on buildings, tanks, areas of people, and it's a great way that after the MCOM station's been set off, you can defend the MCOM and stop the enemy getting in there, like you're doing with the C4, but from a greater range through a set of binoculars.
Alright guys, so I think that pretty much covers it. Thank you very much for joining us this week. Next week's going to be the last and final part, the assault, and hopefully we'll have some good gameplay for you to watch there too.
Yeah, mate, it should be a good laugh. Yeah, nice one. Thanks a lot.
Thanks guys, see you next week.